एक सेकंड के लिए mentally off थे, maybe he didn't want the single, जो भी है, the way he took. I don't think we'll ever see Ben Stokes do that again, because that was very, very surprising. As good as Bumrah was, as good as Ashwin was, उसका जो एक mental क्या था वो brain fade moment, मेरे हिसाब से match वहाँ पे actually you knew कि अब कोई chance नहीं है.
And Soumya, okay, it's okay कि we know Ben Stokes starts slow, उनको वो धीरे से start करते हैं. It takes, especially जब tail ender आते हैं, he gets into his zone and he plays his shots. But जब आपकी पूरी टीम पीछे तेज रन मार रही है and you can see the target, कि आप chase कर सकते हैं, there's a possibility. Shell में जाना, how bad is it for the team? Ben Stokes जिस तरीके के run rate जितना कम हो गया था, does it add pressure? And also his dismissal, what's your take on his dismissal?
I guess Shell में जाना ठीक नहीं होगा, but that's how starts his innings, and anyway folks positive रहे थे, ऐसी बात नहीं है. तो I feel that wasn't something कि कुछ उन्होंने कुछ अलग नहीं करा. That's okay. You had what almost 5 sessions, including the tomorrow 3 sessions as well. So वो कहीं ना कहीं आप अपना time ले सकते थे. But yeah, the approach during the run was a bit lazy, I would say. Lazy भी नहीं है. Actually वो yes no जो एक check yes no तो थोड़ा सा करेगा. I have put in time. Probably शायद हो सकते थे, and for the good proven players as well. He made his presence felt in the field finally. So एक important catch किया, एक important run out किया. So yeah, and it was probably the most important one for Team India. So yeah, he contributed a lot in the field for the Indian team. But yes, Stokes का wicket वो बहुत जरूरी था. जिस time पे आया वो बहुत जरूरी था, because if you see Hartley as well, he was looking very positive. So 3 players, I mean, they could have taken this team possibly away to the kind of caliber that Ben Stokes and the kind of mindset that he possessed. So yeah, it was, whether he was lazy, whether he was not in that zone, or he was into that shell, that is what worked for India. And yes, kudos to Shreyas Iyer as well for that kind of a throw.
Yeah, and Taus, your take on the third session about. We also have Taus. I'll come to you. We also have Network 18 Group Sports editor K. Srinivas Rao with us. Srini, 1-1 going to Rajkot, and finally India has equaled the baseball thing. And what's your take on the match, on the session, the way England played? They were now 100 runs short, 106 run से match हारे हैं. Your take on this session and India's performance?
Well, I'd say congratulations to Jimmy Anderson, because I think he said right that they'll wrap the game before 70 overs. He's lived up to. Yeah. So that said, the match, this game, for the win, for the all-important win that levels the series, for single-handedly bringing India back into the series, for allowing them with a chance to now actually dominate from here going forward, and to kind of be in control of this trip that's going to be laid down for the remaining part. The credit goes only to one man, single-handedly to one man, and that's Jasprit Bumrah. That spell, the 26th over and the 28th over of England's first innings, especially the Yorker, that set the fear back in the hearts and minds of the English batters. For that one delivery alone, for that one spell alone, every bit of credit in this test match goes to him. And that's about it. That's the one conclusion I have.
Yeah, and see, Shrini, I'm going to Bumrah ki hum baat kare, the way he bowled, he is a great asset for the team. But how will you manage him now in the upcoming matches? Yes, there is a 10-day gap between the two tests, the second test and the third test. You have few days, but how will you manage Bumrah's workload going forward? Now he's a great asset, but we all know that he can't play 5 matches on a trot. It will be too much for the likes of Jasprit Bumrah. So, what's your take on Bumrah and his workload?
I agree with you. That is where I draw certain experiences. I have as a reporter when I was reporting test matches when Ravi Shastri and Bharat Arun were in charge of the coach department. One thing I learned, the most important thing I learned at this level is trust. Where Jasprit Bumrah can speak his heart out to someone in the team management and share as to how he's feeling, what is his body telling him. There's nobody who understands one's own body than the individual himself, right? So in this case, it is Bumrah. He needs to listen to what his body is telling him. He's matured enough. He's old enough to understand. He's playing at the highest level, and having played this far, the experience alone should be telling him, what exactly is he feeling like, and can he give himself another go, or needs to take a break and then come back again? Nobody better than him to judge this. But the question is, in this team management, who does he share with? Does he have the kind of rapport that it takes to, sit down with Paras Mampre and help him understand, or, kind of what he's going through? So it'll all depend on that. Workload management as a scientific term, as a technical term, doesn't really mean anything if you can't really have a heart-to-heart chat with, somebody in your team. So whether it's Rohit, whether it's Rahul, or whether it's Paras, it's what would we take? Probably just sit down and uh, have that conversation. And as far as India's own needs are concerned, well, I mean, one may just want Jasprit to continue, because you want that rhythm, you want that pace, you want that confidence to continue with you in the following test match, because you want to like kind of not stop from here. And so one will you look at it from Rohit's point of view. Rohit will want Jasprit, right? So Jasprit has to take that call and be vocal about it, and then it's for the team management to understand what we say. So it's all about understanding each other.
Yeah. Taus, we'll come to you. India's done the way they defeated 399, although at one point of time, as Hill also said that they'll give 30% to England. They did really well on the field. There were some changes on the field also by Rohit Sharma. How do you see India's second innings bowling?
I mean, the way they came back, yeah. Second in first inning, of course, Jasprit Bumrah, but this time it was a collective effort. R. Ashwin and सुबह में जो मैच लंच सेशन में जब आप बात कर रहे थे खत्म होने तक, तो कहीं तो हमने भाई टी के पहले ही हो गया कन्फ, तो अगेन एक और क्रेडिट दे दो. और दूसरा या आई मीन इट्स अ कलेक्टिव एफर्ट. दिस वाज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर अश्विन एज वेल. बुमराह तो काम करते चले आए यार. ही इज डन मैजिकल एंड आई एम वरीड दैट वर्कलोड मैनेजमेंट में अगर आपने वर्कलोड मैनेज कर लिया और बुमराह को 2-3 मैच मिस करा दिए या एक मैच और मिस करा दिया, तो कौन रिप्लेस करेगा वो बंदे को? बिकॉज मैं आई हैव नो फेथ इन सिराज कमिंग एंड विनिंग यू मैचेस लाइक दैट. और हमारे को छोड़ दो, उनकी दूर की बात है. और मे बी एन आवेश खान, क्योंकि आपको एक ही सीमर पे जाना है, और वो सीमर जसप्रीत बुमराह फास्ट बॉलर इसलिए होते थे बिकॉज ही इज अ मैच विनर. नहीं तो अगर ऐसा वैसा सीमर होता कोई भी इफ नॉट मैच विनर, तो आप सिराज से भी करा सकते थे, मुकेश कुमार से भी करा सकते थे नेक्स्ट मैच. बट देन दिस गाय प्लेज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल. एंड नाउ दैट वी आर आइंग द WTC पॉइंट्स और यहाँ पर हमने कम बैक किया है, तो वी कैन नॉट लेट इट लूज. तो या अग्री विद श्रीनी भाई की मतलब कैसे एग्जैक्टली जाना है जसप्रीत बुमराह को लेकर. इट्स वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एंड यू हैव टू प्ले हिम ऑल द मैचेस इफ यू वांट टू विन. आप IPL से ब्रेक दे दो अगर थोड़ा सा शुरुआत में, बट ये मैच, ये 3 मैच में बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है बुमराह का. अदरवाइज सी लुक एट अश्विन, आई मीन ही वाज नॉट कन्विंसिंग इन दिस गेम. 500 के 499 हो गए. एक 500 मुझे लग रहा था फर्स्ट 2 मैचेस में हो जाएंगे. ही वुड हैव क्रॉस दैट 500 विकेट, बट अभी तक नहीं हुए. So there are doubts, but वो doubts आपको आगे तक मिलने वाले. अगर बुमराह नहीं रहेंगे, कॉन्फिडेंस डाउन हो जाएगा बहुत ज्यादा मैसिवली. और राइट नाउ आई एम लुकिंग एट द मैन ऑफ द मैच, हु इज गोना गेट जसप्रीत बुमराह और यशस्वी जायसवाल. दैट इज समथिंग आई एम लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड टू यार, क्योंकि बुमराह डिजर्व्स इट एज वेल एज यशस्वी जायसवाल. अगर यशस्वी जायसवाल का वो मैसिव वो इंपॉर्टेंट नॉक नहीं आता तो हम मैच में नहीं होते, और जसप्रीत बुमराह का अगर ये बर्स्ट नहीं होता 6 विकेट का, तो भी हम मैच में नहीं होते. So these 2 important knocks, yeah, this bowling was very very crucial. I mean आ गया था, मोमेंट था हमारा जीतने का. और यहाँ से अगर हम जीतते नहीं, जिस तरह से शुरुआत दी थी आज, 6 विकेट फर्स्ट सेशन में, 4 विकेट बाद में, ये still on this kind of a wicket where it was not turning viciously, it was quite a flat deck, easy to bat on. Kudos to Team India the way they bounced back, but then काम अभी बहुत लंबा बाकी है, I would say.
Jamie, what are your key takeaways from the match? अगर हम चारों दिन का गेम देखें इंडिया के नजरिए से, what do you think are the positive key takeaways that India will take forward into this new test?
Just these 2 things that Tosbai was saying. Shubman Gill getting 209 out of a total of 396. It speaks of the individual brilliance and the collective failure of the other 9 people. And look, I mean, we've discussed this so often कि अब मेरे ख्याल से अब तो सवाल पूछना बनता है कि क्या स्पिनर्स सिर्फ टर्निंग ट्रैक्स पे चलेंगे? अब look, these are, to my mind, these are the best 2 test wickets I've seen since, like we discussed, I think मैच के एक दिन पहले 2019 यानी कि WTC के बस शुरुआत में, उससे पहले these tracks were common. India would win on day 4, but mostly they win on day 5. Virat would get double hundreds, Mayank would get double hundreds, Rohit would get 200s in one match. पुजारा, सारे बैट्समैन, मतलब जो हमारे फैंस हैं जो सिर्फ इंडिविजुअल बैटिंग देखने के लिए आते हैं, उनके लिए सब कुछ था, राइट? डबल हंड्रेड्स, जिनको फास्ट बॉलिंग में शौक है उसमें मोहम्मद शमी के 5 विकेट थे, कभी कभार ईशांत के थे, और जो स्पिन बॉलिंग में रुचि रखते हैं उसको तो हर दूसरे मैच में अश्विन was getting 5 wickets, Jaddu 5. Then suddenly this whole ranked turners thing came, right? Now, full credit. I mean, I agree with Ozbai. It's a toss-up. I would go for Bumrah because of what he's gone through in life, to come back from a year away, to bowl on these kind of tracks, to turn the match with 6 wickets. वैसे ही बैट्समैन का गेम है, जायसवाल को बहुत चांसेस मिलेंगे, बुमराह को वर्कलोड देख के या रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी देख के या तीनों फॉर्मेट्स को देख के he's not going to get much better days. So I would want to see it come to him. So these are my 2 takeaways. Maybe जैसे हमने कल बात किया, शुभमन गिल का काफी अनकन्विंसिंग सॉस है, टीम को कॉन्फिडेंस मिले, बट लाइक वी डिस्कस्ड यस्टरडे, काम बहुत बाकी करना पड़ेगा उस लड़के को. I'm still not impressed with Rohit Sharma's captaincy. We discussed this 2 hours ago. Fantastic that India won this match. They were in the driver's seat. So positive number 1 in terms of how it panned out. Jaiswal's brilliant match, I would say match setting 200. Number 2, Jasprit Bumrah's match winning 6 wicket haul. और आज भी यार, he looked by far the best bowler, you know. So but if India level the race, by and large 3 बंदे के परफॉर्मेंस में, I think we know कि बहुत प्रॉब्लम्स हैं इस टीम में.
सौम्य, प्रॉपर रविचंद्रन अश्विन 3 wickets in this match, wicketless in the first innings. As Jamie can only bowl on spin with Ashwin, we all know, yeah, for 499 wickets. That says something about a bowler. He is an exceptional bowler, but in this match he has not been that up to the mark. Say, what's your take on Ashwin and his performance in this match?
First of all, I'll have a take on the India takeaways on the takeaways from this game as well. There are certainly no takeaways. आपको सिर्फ विन दिखाई दे रहा है कुछ 6 रन का. Reason being, we have seen Bumrah doing this n number of times. ये बहुत बेहतरीन परफॉर्मेंस था, लेकिन ये नया नहीं. He has a habit of it. जायसवाल से वो चीज़ें आप एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं. जायसवाल played a brilliant knock. Okay, yes, a positive of course, but एक बहुत अच्छा knock. उसके अलावा we are all at sea. आप कैप्टन लो, आप बैटिंग ले लो, आप बॉलिंग ले लो. I mean, मुकेश कुमार initially bowls 2 overs, gives away 19 runs. 19 runs. T20 नहीं खेल रहे हो. Axar Patel had an economy of 5.2, if I'm not mistaken, initially 5.4. He eventually ended up with 4. I mean, look at this. And Ashwin की जहाँ तक बात है, I always believe that bowling में भी partnerships होती हैं. If he and Kuldeep probably would have bowled initially ज़्यादा in tandem, शायद वो विकेट्स कॉलम थोड़ा सा और बढ़ जाता, क्योंकि कहीं ना कहीं कुलदीप प्रेशर क्रिएट कर सकता है ज़्यादा. 15 ओवर डालना, आई मीन आई डोंट रियली फाइंड इट वेरी राइट ऑन रोहित शर्मा पार्ट. और हमने पहले बात भी करी थी, कुलदीप ने आई गेस 4 ओवर डाले थे पहले इनिशियली, उसके बाद इस सेशन में थोड़े से ओवर डाले. तो यस, बुमराह played really well, bowled really well. Jaspal played a brilliant knock, still got 100 good, but there are hell lot of questions that needs to be asked, and I don't understand what kind of a captaincy was that. I mean, 8 wickets, you have 8 wickets down of the opposition. तुम्हारे उनके tailenders बाहर हैं, and you have just one slip for a spinner and a short leg. और short leg भी ऐसे खड़ा है जैसे वो ball से उसको डर लगता है. No silly point, no second slip, no gully leg slip, no mid on mid off. आपने mid on mid off खुला हुआ, long off place पे है. इतनी easy singles दे रहे हो आप Hartley में. Obviously, he can't give you a 90 run का knock. Of course, he shouldn't do that, क्योंकि वो और क्वेश्चन रेज कर देगा. बट सीरियसली आप इतने इजी रन दे रहे हो. आई डोंट अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट, ये अंदर से मैसेज आता है या ये बाहर से मैसेजेस खराब, क्या है, क्या कम्युनिकेशन गैप है, आई डोंट नो. आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट अश्विन अगेन. ही इज समवन हु विल मेक हु विल पिक अप विकेट्स. वो एक ऑफ डे होता है, ठीक है, एंड ऐसा नहीं है कि स्पिनर सिर्फ वो सिर्फ टर्निंग ट्रैक पे विकेट लेते हैं. He has been among ऐसे नहीं यार almost 100 wickets लिया. Yeah, he had an off day. Of course, I would say that was an off day, but I'll also say कि अगर कुलदीप और इनको टाइम में थोड़ा ज़्यादा बॉल कराया जाता तो शायद प्रेशर क्रिएट ज़्यादा होता and he could have picked up a wicket or two more. That's my take on it.
Yeah, yeah. Shimi, I'll come to the wickets now. दो मैच में जिस तरह की विकेट्स हमने देखी, it was not the typical rank runner that we have been seeing over the last years. Do you think these are the kind of pitches that India should stick with going forward in the series in Rajkot, in Ranchi, or in Dharamshala, or do you see any changes happening in the pitches going forward?
I think this is something we discussed in the show. I think day before this conversation came up. Spotting in quotes. Spotting wicket in quotes. Well, do we have a choice? Do we have a choice? Why did we not go for a rank turn? Whether it is Hyderabad or whether it is Visakhapatnam, and I see the same being the case for the third test. But we will not go in for a rank turn. The reason is very clear. Who in this batting order is going to stand there and put the runs on board? आपको आज as Jamie mentioned a while back, the guy put 200 runs yashasvi, because of which kind of you were anywhere, kind of you had an opportunity to do anything in this game. You remove 100 out of it, out of the knock that he put, and they were all at sea. Um, and and you're putting that single slight chance also at risk if you are delivering a track which is either way too pace friendly or way too seam friendly. You put a pace friendly track out there, they'll put a Markwood and a James Anderson to work. You put a spin friendly track there, you've seen that, thankfully Jack Leach wasn't there, but you put a spin friendly track and they came here with the intent to play three spinners. And that I think was England's subcontinent ball approach to jump with three spinners at you. Took so many people by surprise. But I think that was the aggression that they wanted to show on wickets like this. So India is caught. You really can't go forward. You can't come back. So I really don't think they have a game here.
Yeah.
The important thing for them now to do that a way where they can bid on, where they can be a bid something, kind of, and make do. It's more like a make do wicket where kind of hedge your chances. I think I don't know what's a better word to use, but it's you're literally hedging your chances here. You're not really sure about one particular thing that's going to work in your favor. Like there was a time, when you knew that your batting is going to come good, and you said, "Let me out bat the opposition," or you knew that there was a time when you knew rank turners would help because you had the kind of batters required to, kind of see the challenge through. Right now, you don't have that. You really don't have that. And by the way, if you have spinners, and in the absence, especially in the absence of Jadeja, well, they also have the same arsenal to counter.
So, see, Shri, these kind of wickets are providing them enough reverse swing. So, do you think going forward this could be the series between two Jays, Jimmy and Jasprit, and both the players who were very fragile with their body, and as you talked about this backward management, do you think Pacers could also be these two players who can take wickets out of nowhere? It
No,
will depend on them
like,
with the
you
reverse
see,
swing.
Kana, the thing is, no, is it Pacers or is it Bumrah? Is it Pacers or is it Anderson? So I'm saying that there is a difference there. There is a difference in terms of, the quality of that person out there. It's not just about some individual. It's about a particular individual and what he's achieved. Like so you put a Siraj on this wicket, and I don't know if you would have probably looked at the same amount of results. So it is the individual who's making the difference out there, right? So I think that's the point. Somebody special has to come in there and single-handedly change the course of the proceedings for India to make a comeback. So there's a difference there. So going forward, if you're going to ask me, pacers in a general way, general manner of speaking, or a particular pacer and what he can do, that's the whole difference. So that I think again, it's about the team management being, how sure the team management is in terms of how they want to approach the contest.
Yeah.
Do they see Jasprit Bumrah in the right frame of mind to continue in the next test match and again single-handedly take the kind of workload that he took in this test match? If so, please go ahead. If not, hedge your chances. Kind of play it safe. See what kind of options are available. See, remember, what's the time gap? I think there is almost 2 weeks, right, between this test match and the next one.
Yeah.
8 days
So
plus
you have a
one,
lot
now
of time to.
9 days.
There you go. Oh, there you go. 9 days. So you really have a lot of time. You have a lot of time to prepare. And then to kind of understand what combination that can go with, and what your strengths are. So I think you just got to listen to yourself. That's about it.
And Taus, I asked Jamie about the key positive takeaways for the Indian team. To you, I'll come with those specific areas you think India needs to iron out before they announce their next squad and they go into the third test in Rajkot. वो अगर आप पिन पॉइंट कर पाएंगे, these are the major key areas that India needs to rectify before going into the next test.
Absolutely. I mean, going into this, Srini bhai का question आगे जो answer है इसको आगे I want to take that forward about the wicket. I mean, right now India needs this kind of a wicket. This is where India has most of their chances to win. So if you put out a track which is like viciously turning, they have their spinners. If you put a little bit grass on this kind of a track, then you have a James Anderson and Mark Wood coming in and finishing your top order till the tail. तो आपके पास इससे better कोई option नहीं है, and this is the only time wicket that can serve you as give you a chance to come back, bounce back, take a good start, get those wickets through Jasprit, Bumrah, and Ashwin and Kuldeep. This is the perfect wicket. While talking about the areas that we need to work upon is definitely partnerships, starting from Rohit Sharma and Yashasvi Jaiswal. I mean, see, for example, Yashasvi can give you as an individual again. It was all individual show. If Yashasvi wasn't there, out there, it would have been very, very difficult. You need some good partnerships from the top order, followed by the middle order. I mean, you need a good number 3. Again, Shubman Gill. How consistent this guy will be. I mean, this time in the second inning, he was playing for himself or the team. I mean, good that he was playing for the team. Luckily, uska bhi knock अच्छा लग गया, and it was scratchy initially before he became confident. I hope this because now this knock gives him solid confidence before the next match, and he produces another 50. I'm not answering more. I want him to consume more balls out there. I want him to spend more time as number 3 because it's a very crucial बैटिंग पोजीशन. रोहित शर्मा आउट हुए, वो अपने स्टाइल में खेलते हुए, तो immediately the burden will be on this guy Shubman Gill. So I want him to play like a typical Cheteshwar Pujara in the initial onward. Good solid defense before he has that what do you call strokes to capitalize on the slow start. But यार वो एक करना पड़ेगा. Number 3 followed by Shreyas Iyer का एक problem है, that is something which is continuing. I hope विराट कोहली, एक सवाल था शायद विराट कोहली वापस आएंगे कि नहीं, anybody knows क्या होने वाला है थर्ड टेस्ट मैच में. If he comes back, it will make definitely a good year. While bowling की बात करें तो another guy शिखर भरत might be he was decent behind the wickets, एक stumping भी छोड़ा, but then you have to be accurate. आप wicket keeping के लिए लिए गए भाई, wicket keeping ही तो solid करो, at least batting नहीं कर रहे हो, expectation नहीं है, but then you have to come up with that. तो अगले मैच में तो मुझे लगता है कि they'll go with that confident guy ध्रुव जुरेल, उस पे ही दिखाएंगे confidence. But then some areas that need to work on bowling is यार कैप्टेंसी के साथ साथ, कैप्टेंसी जहाँ पर डिफेंसिव हो रही थी शुरुआत में, उसके साथ साथ अवेयर होना है, शार्प होना है, ऑब्जर्व करना है, अटैक करना है. कैप्टेंसी में रोहित शर्मा, bowling is one area, like bring in कुलदीप यादव. वो एक इशू रहेगा नेक्स्ट मैच में किसको खिलाना अगर आप चेंजेस लाइक कुलदीप यादव. if रविंद्र जडेजा is back, that will be an issue, one issue that you need to sort out. अक्षर पटेल और जडेजा और कुलदीप,
It depends on the availability. Yeah.
No.
No. Before we go to something else, Shrini, I'll take one question for you from the audience. I'd like to request my producer Rick Vishal Singh, कैसा सर please बता दो कोहली next match में आएंगे या नहीं? Any info? Shrini, do you have any info about Virat Kohli?
Really don't. I have no idea whether he's back. See, I'll go by the statement. BCCI said he's missing the first 2 matches. So As of now, I will just go by this. Why should I speculate? Maybe right now, if BCCI said he was missing first two matches, that means he's going to come back for the third one. I'm assuming as of now, he's going to come back for the third one. Yes. No separate statement or no different thing. And right now, I'll assume that I'll go by that statement. He should be coming back for the third test. And in that, I think is again, you have to look at comeback very positive because it allows you to kind of put your basic strengths back in place. Your number four is back. KL, I think, is going to come back to the third test match. Right? The injury was not very serious, so he's going to come back. So that bolsters your top order once again. And I think with this victory, is going to give you the kind of confidence that you require. Going into the third test. And the most important, I was listening to the Axar Patel or whatever. See, my point is very simple. It's very clear that this spin attack, Ravindra Jadeja, what exactly was he bringing to the table? And in my opinion, which I've been saying this for a while now, is that it is the pace in the air that he delivers is where it all makes sense. The precision and the pace is where it all makes a difference. You have a rough patch. Let's say there is Kuldeep bowling from one end, the same end as Jadeja. Okay, what is the difference? Where is the difference here? Is that Jadeja, what he's doing is he's faster in the air, and he's that rough patch. He's very precise in terms of where his ball is landing, and I think that is what is making all the difference. And that's what makes Jadeja so special when bowling at home. And time and again, he's been pretty successful at what he delivers as against anyone else, who's so with Axar, again, you have that pace in the air, but I think what is missing is probably he's not as precise and not to the on the dot the way Jadeja is. I think that's where it makes the whole difference. So I really don't know how if these guys think that spinners are going to play a role in the next match, then they really need to sit down and take a look at whether the same set of bowlers can deliver for them. I think if you're going to think spin without Jadeja in your ranks, you're going to struggle. Okay, so if you're going to think spin, you need to think with Jadeja. So again, you got to think about it from that aspect. So I don't know what his injury status is. I've not read anything. I'm sure there might be reports on it. I haven't heard. Has he gone to the NC? I'm not sure. He's gone to the NCA.
Yeah, Jadeja has. Without doubt.
So if
Jadeja
he's
has.
gone to the NCA, then I doubt it's a smaller injury. Then I doubt he's going to make a comeback ASAP. Let's hope for the best. But again, my point is very simple. If you're going to think spin going into the next test match, you better think spin with Jadeja available, not with him. Being- And yeah, that's about it. Otherwise, go for another sporting wicket.
Perfect. Thank you so
That'll
much,
be it.
Srini, for connecting with
Thanks.
us. Thank you so much for giving your inputs. We'll see you another time. Yeah. Now we'll come to Jimmy. अब थर्ड टेस्ट से पहले स्क्वाड अनाउंसमेंट है. पहले दो टेस्ट का स्क्वाड अनाउंस हुआ था, थर्ड फोर्थ फिफ्थ का नहीं हुआ. A lot of names, as Srini also mentioned, Virat Kohli, KL Rahul might come back. Let's just say I'll put it out there for all three of you. Kohli and Rahul are coming back. What's your top six? Who sits out from the current betting order? So I'll start with Jamie, then I'll come to Soumya and Taus.
Look, I mean, रजत पाटीदार ने खराब तो कुछ नहीं किया, बड़े रन भी नहीं बनाए, शुरुआत मिली पहली इनिंग्स में, loose dismissal, but again, how harsh will you be on someone who's playing his first test match? Right now, brilliant catch in England's first innings, uh, the most pivotal run out of the series yet, but the point is कि पिछले 12 पारी में श्रेयस अय्यर की बैटिंग एवरेज 17 का है, and he's not got past 35. I think you all know that run out has got him one more match. Um, but कायदे से उसको बाहर जाना चाहिए. There's no point repeating. We've discussed through this whole series what's wrong with him. कल तो मैंने उसकी उतार दी उस short selection में. Um, if Virat Kohli does come back, I personally would want to see Shreyas Iyer go out, just because देख चुके, right? चलो शुभमन गिल, we'd written him off. I was the most vocal on this show saying कि भाई इसको नहीं खेलना चाहिए, और ये मैं सीरीज से पहले बोल रहा हूँ कि 2 टेस्ट मैच देख लो और फिर कॉल ले लो. All said and done, got 100. This guy's not done anything. Should a run out get you one more test match? I think all four of us can acknowledge कि नहीं. But something about the way he did it, his reaction, I think he's playing. So bichara Patidar out. That's what I think. I don't want it, but that's what's going to happen.
And then Sher moves to 5. But then if KL Rahul also makes a comeback,
See, actually, ideally, if you had phrased your question slightly beyond top 6, I would have said, भैया जो मैं वही कह रहा हूँ, सिराज ने दूसरे इनिंग्स में, इंग्लैंड के दूसरे इनिंग्स में हैदराबाद में 7 ओवर डाले. इस भाई ने 5 ओवर डाले. And going forward, I was looking at stats because I really want to discuss this in some other show. स्टैट्स बताए हैं कि पिछले 3 साल में जो अपने पेसर खिलाए, मैं मोहम्मद शामी को जोड़ रहा हूं उसमें, मैं बुमराह, ये लोग सेकंड इनिंग में बहुत कम ओवर डाल चुके हैं. Why are you playing a second pacer, right? If that second pacer is, I don't know, who's the most upcoming fast bowler now, yeah, in India. जो अगर रॉ टैलेंट है, खिलाओ यार, जरूरी है क्या 2 इनिंग्स में 12 ओवर बिटवीन पेसर्स? Is it required? I don't know कि अगर ये टर्निंग ट्रैक होता तो बुमराह भी ओवर कम डालते. I just don't think you need a second pacer. You want to play Kohli and and Shubh Jale एक ही ट्रैक्स 3 बाकी के लिए पूरा पेसर योग तीनों में होने वाला. But the second inning, get to get in day 1, but Rani cricket है, Ranchi back यार. Saha ने चिल्लाया, put out one of the longest test innings there. I think Peter Hans got 100. Ranchi में तो run आने वाले हैं. But that doesn't mean you play a second pacer. He's not going to bowl you more than 10 overs in the second innings, which to my mind is utterly pointless. May as well play another batsman. Play Washington Sundar. He'll give you 5 overs per day also.
yeah, that was going to be my next question. If you play a proper batter in place of the second pacer or Washington Sundar, if a batter comes in, then you can have the likes of Rahul, Kohli, and the same 11. If
बिल्कुल
you repeat
बिल्कुल
the pacer, so you know at the time if and Rahul get the openers and in place of this pacer.
Me, Iyer and KS Bharat should work out.
Okay.
It's enough.
Yeah.
If you have someone like विराट कोहली and KL Rahul at to disposal, 4-5 नंबर आपका वैसे भी सौ तो श्रेयस अय्यर की जगह वैसे बनती है. आपको कीपर तो चाहिए ना. कीपिंग किससे कराओगे? KL won't keep these kind of conditions. Not. क्या करना चाहिए ये डिसाइड हमारे हिसाब से होता तो भी नहीं हारते हम. And keep right. Play him as a pure batter. Have Dhruv Jurel in. Just give him a clarity. Boss, for the next 3 matches, you are our go-to keeper. इसके बाद आपने इसके बाद डिसाइड, लेकिन 3 मैच के लिए you are our keeper. You have to perform with the bat. You have to perform the role that Rishabh Pant has been performing for us. Accelerate. Just try and accelerate. 35, 40, 50, 100, 150, 200 जितना आप देते हो, that is not a concern. Don't throw away your wicket. Take your time. जो आप time लेते हो, लोगे अगर वो तो लो. लेकिन you have to a bit थोड़ा सा, so that we can add on quick runs. जैसे Pant helps you out in adding. Okay. So for me, Rohit Sharma, you will have to have, because अगर for तो he should be the first one to step aside. But ठीक है, कैप्टन है, रखना पड़ेगा. रोहित शर्मा, यशस्वी जायसवाल, शुभमन गिल, I will still have him because of course he's coming. He's scored 100 now. You can't really ask him to sit out again now. Then obviously Kohli at 4, KL at 5, and I have a Dhruv Jurel in my 11. I will play him. I will like to play him at 6. And then if you want to play everyone, including if you want to play 4 spinners, a pacer, that is a different case. Two pacers, 3 spinners, that's a different case. But I will have first 6 batters for me. Would should be these 6 for me.
Yeah.
Give a chance to Dhruv Jurel. It's high time, boss. KS Bharat was very good in the first game. Now he's fumbling. He's leaving stuffings. He dropped a catch in the first game or the second, if I'm not mistaken. बेन फोक्स भी तो उसी ट्रैक पे कीपिंग कर रहा ना यार. 2 कैचेस लिए उसने, एक पहले इनिंग में, दूसरे इनिंग में. अगर रजत पाटीदार की अगर हम 10 साल के बाद स्कोर लाइन उठा के देखेंगे उनके डेब्यू की, तो यू वुड अंडरस्टैंड कि बॉस उसने अच्छा नहीं करा, ये इंप्रेशन जाएगा. उसने अच्छा क्यों नहीं करा, दैट इज अ लॉट टू नो लॉट ऑफ अ डिस्कशन कि वैन फोक्स ने उनका कैच लिया सेकंड
Yeah,
इनिंग्स में।
but
सो या
he was looking good. Patidar was looking good.
ही जब भी वो बाहर उतर के आए वो कंफर्टेबल दिख रहे थे फॉर टू प्ले एट द पोजीशन। इट इज जस्ट दैट उनका पोजीशन अभी बन इसलिए नहीं रहा बिकॉज यू हैव प्लेयर्स लाइक वो ऊपर से लेके 6 नंबर तक प्लेयर्स आपके पास हैं। दैट इज द ओनली रीजन, राइट? जैसे वैकेंसी क्रिएट होगी वो फिर से
Yeah,
वापस उस 11 में आ जाएंगे। तो यस, इफ केएल एंड विराट आर देयर, दिस इज माय 6 एंड बट या आई मीन व्हाट काइंड ऑफ a
yeah,
process goes around the team, I don't really understand. I'm fed
yeah.
up of
That
this.
that's something
Yeah,
we'll have to
fed
wait
up of
and
this
see.
discussion। ये डिफेंसिव भी नहीं है यार, ये weird discussion, ये weird approach। मतलब एक डिफेंसिव अप्रोच आपको समझ, आपकी डिफेंसिव अप्रोच फील्डिंग में हो सकती है, बॉलिंग में हो सकती है, बैटिंग में भी है, अंदर आप पवेलियन में जाते हो तो भी है, बाहर आप बात करते हो वो भी डिफेंसिव अप्रोच है। आप अजीब सा एक वेयर्ड सा एटमॉस्फेयर है। कैप्टन आते हैं वो स्टम्प माइक पे कुछ बोल देते हैं, पीसी में आके कुछ बोल देते हैं, वी आर ऑल लाफिंग हा 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 टू
Yeah,
हाउ एंटरटेनिंग। अरे यार
it's
टेस्ट
all
क्रिकेट
over the
खेलो।
place. And we'll have to wait and see. Rohit, now that India has been also after the
I,
match and Rohit
I
Sharma
tell you,
comes for the press conference.
I'll make a very bold statement before you move on। टेस्ट मैच आप जीत गए, एक एक बराबर कर दिए, कॉन्फिडेंट में अभी भी नहीं हूँ इस सीरीज को लेकर के। एंड आई गेस जेमी would understand how we from।
I don't think India will hope. Yeah, yeah. I don't think India could be hogi, but yeah, we'll come to Taus. But uske pehle, I'd like to tell the viewers, Jasprit Bumrah is the player of the match. सवाल था कि यशस्वी जायसवाल, Jasprit Bumrah was. I think all four of us agree that Jasprit Bumrah is the correct player to get the player of the match, and he deserves, as sports fan is also saying, Bumrah deserves man of the match. Without him, we weren't winning this one. And it could also be the turning point of the series. Turning point of the match कह रहे थे, but I still believe it can be the turning point of the series if India goes on and does well. Taus, your top six. We have heard Jasprit, Jamie, and we have heard Saurabh. Just say Kohli and Rahul are coming back. What's your top six?
यार पहले तो बुमराह को जाके शेयर करना चाहिए मैन ऑफ द मैच जायसवाल के साथ बिकॉज बोथ डिजर्व यार। व्हाट बैटिंग एंड अमेजिंग बॉलिंग। एंड सौम्या यार इतना भी उदास मत हो, भी है टाइम 8 हफ्ते तो 8 दिन तो आप कम ऑन। नहीं सी ऑब्वियस चेंजेस रहेंगे यार, ऑब्वियस चेंजेस। अगर केएल विराट आ गया, केएल आ गया तो पतिदार बाहर।
Hmm.
और कौन है एक और बैट्समैन?
Ayer,
श्रेयस
सरफराज।
हाँ
Ayer,
अय्यर है, ये बाहर। यार एक रन आउट पे आप, हाँ दैट वाज अ सुपर रन आउट, एब्सोल्यूट आई मीन दैट वाज। बट वो आता है रेयर ओकेजन पे आता है, आपको एवरीडे यू वोंट सी अय्यर कमिंग आउट विद दोस one hand throws and then Ben Stokes struggling to reach and then he won't jump every day। कभी ना कभी तो ऐसा हो जाएगा कि पहुंच जाएगा। तो एक रन आउट पे कुछ नहीं होता एंड एक डिसमिसल पे कुछ नहीं होता। विराट कोहली भी उतना शार्प है श्रेयस अय्यर के तरह कि मतलब अंडर आर्म थ्रोज कर सकते हैं, कैच भी उमदा पकड़ते हैं, केएल राहुल भी अच्छे हैं। सवाल मुझे सिर्फ, और ध्रुव जुरैल को ऑब्वियसली आना चाहिए, और रोहित शर्मा भी वाइज है, राहुल द्रविड़ भी वाइज इनफ है, खेला है इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट तो उनको पता है कि श्रीकर भरत कॉन्फिडेंस में भी डाउन है, विकेट कीपिंग में भी डाउन है और बैटिंग में भी डाउन है। तो अनफॉर्चुनेटली ये सीन है उनका। तो आई थिंक दे शुड गो विद अ यंगस्टर। आई वुड हैव प्रेफर्ड यार ईशान किशन को लेना चाहिए था भाई। ईशान किशन would have provided you that firepower in the batting lineup. I haven't seen Dhruv Jurel much in Test cricket, longer format। T20 में तो किया है उन्होंने, मगर कितना मैचेस खेले हैं, बट दिस गाय हैड मोर एक्सपीरियंस। क्या लफड़ा है मुझे पता नहीं, आज तक समझ में नहीं आया कि इन लोगों का प्रॉब्लम क्या है, कि डिसिप्लिन
that's a
इश्यूज दुबई चले गए,
different door. Taus bhai, that's a different door. We
दुबई
can't
चले गए तो
open it.
परेशान कर दिए। बट देन आई वुड हैव प्रेफर्ड ईशान किशन। बट अब ध्रुव जुरैल है तो उनके साथ जाना ही चाहिए एंड यू हैव नो ऑप्शंस। स्पिन अगर ऐसी ट्रैक रख रहे तो यू डोंट नीड अ फास्ट बॉलर, सेकंड फास्ट बॉलर एज वेल, क्योंकि आपको बुमराह जिताएंगे, 3 विकेट तो कम से कम निकालेंगे या 2 विकेट मैक्सिमम, और बड़े विकेट निकालेंगे। और सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट जो होता है ना वो टेल एंडर्स का, जो ज्यादातर आपको स्ट्रगल स्ट्राइव कराते हैं बल्लेबाज गेंदबाजों को, वो है टेल एंडर्स। वो ज्यादा फ्रस्ट्रेटिंग होता है। जब आपके पास एस्टैब्लिश बैट्समैन जो टॉप ऑर्डर है वो करे तो समझ में आता है यार दिस गाय इज लाइक ही इज अ टॉप ऑर्डर, ही डिजर्व्स टू स्कोर एंड ही हैज द एबिलिटी। वो फ्रस्ट्रेटिंग नहीं होता। बट जब आपके पास जो होता है टेल एंडर्स सामने से आके परेशान करते हैं, आपको आउट ही नहीं होते, उतना ही स्ट्रगल करते हैं, और उतना ही बॉल जब बीट होके जाता है और जब निक नहीं पाता है, गैप नहीं मिलता है, तो फ्रस्ट्रेटिंग होता है। तो उधर ही काम आते हैं जसप्रीत बुमराह। तो यू नीड ऑब्वियसली Jasprit Bumrah, you don't need Mukesh Kumar, so you can go ahead. Ravindra Jadeja, if he returns, अगर वो नहीं आए तो वॉशिंगटन सुंदर इज अ बेटर चॉइस. मतलब सी आपको विकेट क्या मिलने वाली, ग्रीन ट्रैक तो ग्रीन टेंज भी नहीं रखेंगे, हल्का सा घास भी नहीं रखेंगे, क्योंकि अगर हल्का सा भी घास रखे तो दोनों खत्म ही कर देंगे आगे माकूड और
But
जिंजा को.
your top six is Iyer and Patidar in place of Kohli.
या एब्सोल्युटली, आई मीन देयर इज नो डिबेट एट ऑल. अगर ये दोनों वापस आ गए तो टॉप 6 की डिबेट ही नहीं. आई वुड हैव
I
लव्ड
think
टू सी सरफराज खान बैट, बट देन अगले दिन
आप कीपर
early
खिलाओगे, कीपर किसको
series.
खिलाओगे? साउथ में कीपर कौन?
ध्रुव जुरेल. I would prefer, honestly, I would prefer Rohit Sharma to be dropped, क्योंकि ये बंदा सिर्फ नहीं है, वो स्ट्रगल भी कर रहा है, वो उसको समझ में नहीं आ रहा है क्या बैटिंग हो रही है, कैसे करना चाहिए. इससे मुझे यशस्वी बोलते हैं केवल open the innings against क्या, तो he could have come and open the innings, और इधर एक और स्पेस मिल जाएगा आपको, तो बैटिंग बहुत आएगी. रोहित शर्मा जैसे थोड़ा बैटिंग प्रॉपोर्शन
भाई
वीक लग रहा है.
हजारों ख्वाहिश ऐसी है आपकी था उस भाई रोहित शर्मा
I
ड्रॉप
would love him to come back into
अपने
form
रोहित
यार.
शर्मा
रोहित शर्मा
ड्रॉप
बैटिंग देखने का मजा ही कुछ और है. रोहित शर्मा की बैटिंग देखना, बट देन वो होना चाहिए ना यार, वो कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं दिख रहा मुझे रोहित से, बहुत लूज लग रहा है, soft लग रहा है. I would go with Rohit, absolutely.
the debate will get to the
Wild
questions.
thoughts,
We
sir.
have a lot of questions. We have a lot of questions and comments coming in. I like to request my producer to shoot the rapid fire questions. I request my expert panel to have the rapid answers. Sports fan win against baseball feels like an overseas soil win. Overseas win. Let's just say, JP, does it feel an overseas win to you as a fan?
एब्सोल्युटली, और होना भी चाहिए यार, क्योंकि इससे इससे गदर टीम नहीं आई बहुत साल से यहाँ पे. एब्सोल्युटली आई एग्री.
Yeah, yeah. Next question. I love how Jay gives references. Today, Rohit conference surely. ये तो तो देखना पड़ेगा and hope. Abhijit was finished by now. We with him winning and also on Akish Bola. Next question. Bituji saying still a loss by 106 runs. Only in the fourth innings they scored almost 300, but we in Hyderabad lost chasing 230 runs. Do you think in next test matches toss will be important factor? Soumya, do you think toss will
मैं
be an
तो
important factor?
ये टॉस से ज्यादा मैंने पिछले लाइव में भी यही बोला था कि इफ यू वांट इफ यू वांट टू विन द गेम्स, उनको 400 रन का टारगेट आपको देना पड़ेगा. एनी हाउ यू हैव टू स्कोर, बिकॉज हम विद अ माइंड सेटअप कि हम लोग चेस के लिए जाएंगे, नो मैटर वी लूज इट और नॉट, वी no matter what result. Yes, also going to be a very important factor because अगर इस तरीके का कैनेडा बैटिंग तो वो 500 भी देंगे, प्राइजिंग नहीं होगा. was India's collapse, India's horrible batting display, I would say short section display, जिसने आपको 500 रन लगाने से रोका. वरना उस बैटिंग ट्रैक के ऊपर आपका देर और भी खेल जाते हैं, 200 या 100 भी लग जाए तो 500 के आसपास रहते हैं. Yes, the toss will play an important factor, but you have to score lot of runs against this kind of an England bowling, England attack.
Yeah, perfectly summed up. Next question, please.
एटलीस्ट टॉस में फॉर्म रहना चाहिए ना रोहित शर्मा का.
Was why Rohit Sharma live key. Fan, our batting lineup is very inexperienced. We are out Virat, Jadeja, Shami, KL. So this win is a big one. Count agree, it's a big victory just because we have an experienced batting lineup.
एब्सोल्युटली, अरे बिग विक्ट्री, मेजर विक्ट्री यार. आई मीन मेजर विक्ट्री. आप किस पे जीते हो? आप यंगस्टर की वजह से जीते हो कि यशस्वी जायसवाल एंड केएल, शुभमन गिल एंड जसप्रीत बुमराह ऑफ कोर्स वेटरन, बट देन अगर वो बैटिंग नहीं होती तो नहीं होता ना. तो ह्यूज विन यार, दिस इज ह्यूज विन. यू डोंट हैव विराट, जडेजा, केएल राहुल. आपका मेन लाइनअप नहीं था, आप पतीदार के साथ खेल रहे थे, यशस्वी यंगस्टर है, सब स्ट्रगल कर रहे हैं. ह्यूज विन, नो चांस.
I disagree. आप उस प्लेयर ने जिताया जिसको 8 साल हो गए, 9 साल.
ऑब्वियसली वो तो कम ही उनका.
Yeah.
बट ये उसमें से ना बैटिंग
So
बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होता है.
that's thing about there are different opinions. We'll move on to the next question here. Comments and questions coming in from the fans. So they're saying these balls, no balls, working. Give me okay, working no balls.
The worst snowball in the history of Indian cricket is Javindra Jadeja. So I would rather like, to me, Kumar is irrelevant. Jadeja bowls no ball test match. I would Mukesh is in my book irrelevant. Would not be wicket anyway. Jadeja balls are